Hey guys, welcome along to our Monday night GT4 Rumble. Boys are currently out doing their qualifying. They've got a 15-minute session, open qualifying. We're back at Thruxton again tonight. See is about 3.5 minutes into their qualifying. Couple of hot laps up on the board already. There is. Moz has set the quickest time so far. As Big G joins us. How you going, G? A fairly decent field tonight. Check out Neville Mel out on track. Ev's currently second as Moz has just gone a little bit quicker again. A field of about 23 cars at this stage. Make for some interesting racing. At this track, it's fairly fast flowing. As you can see, it's around about 1:14 for a lap, so trying to make it for some very interesting racing. 3 sprint races tonight, all 20 minutes long, 15 laps. By my calculations, the boys will need to stop for fuel in each race. It'll be a bit of a splash and dash. Got around about 10, 11 laps of fuel, starting fuel, so won't need a lot. Certainly won't make it the race distance on what they do have. As Henry Fenson now jumps to the top. 14.3. Robert Grant into second, about 2 tenths behind at this stage. Moz still in that third spot. Then it's Mick Polly, and about 1/10 behind Moz at this stage. Then Loshy's up into 5th. Neville Mel, almost identical time to Loshy's there, but at 3 1/1000ths slower, so that'll put him into 6th place. Lucas Baker's up into 7th. Expecting a little bit of rain later in the day as well, so may very well throw a cat amongst the pigeons. Yeah, find Jack Boyd out in the Aston. Jack is the only one in the Aston at this stage, and so due to his unrivaled amount of wins so far this season, Aston has actually been given a bit of a weight penalty tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how Jack goes carrying that those extra sandbags in the boot. So far he's managed to get up into a 7th spot. I'm not sure that he's done a lot of laps on this track, so maybe a combination of a little bit of weight and the fact that Jack's still getting accustomed to what is a fairly new track. It's certainly new for the Rumble Leagues. We raced it last night, obviously, in the M2s, but it's the first time in the GT4s. Hasn't gone any quicker so far this time around. Still in that 7th spot at this stage, about 6/10 off of Henry's time, so it's going to make for some interesting racing. Jack having to make his way through the field instead of starting at the front of the field. Unless, of course, he's still got time to improve on that lap time. Meanwhile, Henry puts in the quickest final sector and goes quicker again with a 14.3. Big Polly, meanwhile, has jumped up into second spot now. So it's McLaren 1-2 at this stage. As Glenn Boyd runs off the track ahead of Jack. Jack did prove his time in the second sector on this lap. Will that be enough to move him up a couple of positions? No, he stays in that 7th spot. He is closing the gap though on Neville. We can see it's really tight. Pretty much across the top 10 at this stage. It's Glenn Boyd in 11th, only a couple of tenths off of that 10th spot. Rob McGrath sets a purple 3rd sector, slots back up into that 2nd spot. Quite a bit of chopping and changing a moment. We've got about 5 minutes to go now. Qualifying. Still with Jack at this stage. See what he can produce this time around, as Loshie set a couple of personal bests in sectors 2 and 3. Jack's looking to improve, crosses the line, stays in that. Oh no, sorry, he's jumped up to 5th now. He is making his way forward. It's hard to keep a good man down, so they say. Certainly when it comes to sim racing, Jack is definitely one of the best. Yeah, pick up on Keithy Logan, currently leading our AM class stage, the championship. We're looking to consolidate some more points tonight, no doubt. He's in one of 7 McLarens out there. So around about a third of the field in McLarens tonight. Definitely the most popular this season, at least in the GT4 class. The Mercs would probably be Mercs in the. Oh no, sorry, the Porsches. It looks like Ray Harrison has swapped tonight. He's jumped out of the BMW into the Porsche. We've only got 2 BMWs out there tonight, one being Neville Mell, the other one Ant Connors. Seems like the BMW is popular at Bathurst and not a lot of other places. Track temp now is up to 23 degrees, ambient 19. Clouds starting to build in the sky in the background. Around about 2 minutes of qualifying left. Anyone going to challenge Henry as Jack Boyd now moves up into second? It's 6/1000th of a second behind. I've got a feeling that those earlier laps might have just been Jack checking out the track, and I'm pretty confident that he's got a handle on it now. Make for some pretty interesting racing. As we find that Lego McLaren, I still think it's a box of Smarties, but Dazza insists that it's actually a Lego machine. Aaron's currently down in 13th spot. It's Ben Singer, the McLaren behind him. Trying to get a bit of a tow down the straights. Ben's currently in 9th. Crosses the line and stays 9th. Darren, meantime, moves up. Moves up a couple of positions. And make it interesting, especially in the AM class, looking at how they're going to line up for this race 1. Lucas Baker currently quickest of the AM guys. Pick up on Ray Harrison, as I said tonight, into the Porsche. Moved across from the BMW. That's it for qualifying. The boys will be gritting up for race 1 very, very shortly. See if we can get a grid up. So it will be Henry Fenson out of 1, then Jack Boyd, Rob McGrath, Neville Mell, Big Polly, Stephen Barker, Wayne Losh, Moz Moroz, Ben Singer, Lucas Baker, Darren Linus, Glenn Boyd. We head over the page. It will be Keithy Logan, Damien Seeger, Campbell Hutton, Nick Clydesdale, Ant Connors out of 17, then Matt Tesorio, Ray Harrison, Tony S, Phil Paradiso, Glenn Hill, and Shannon Curry rounds out our 23 car field. Boys are gridding up now. Amo's just giving some last minute instructions. My apologies to Rob McGrath too. He's actually the first of our AM class runners, starting out of 2. Certainly a great position to be starting in the AM class, as Henry now jumps in on the pole position. As we can see, it's a staggered start at Thruxton, so there is definitely an advantage to starting on pole. Wait that clock to tick down. Light should be on very, very shortly. The last couple of cars to grid. Revs are up, the lights are on. We're about to go racing in race 1. Oh, looks like Rob's crept a little bit there. I hope that's not a jump start. We did see the Merc move forward, so hopefully he hasn't copped a drive through. Oh, that was a big hit. That was actually Rob. I'll go back and have a quick look and see what happened there. So somebody on the inside has given him a big tap. Like one of the Southern Cross McLarens. May have been Mick Polly, but I'm not sure. So well, wait and see. Meanwhile, Moz has also crashed while being up towards the front on this opening lap. Oh, he's turned down and Ben's just rubbed the side of it, and It's enough to turn Moz around. So it's been an eventful opening couple of corners, that's for sure. It was a fairly ambitious move, whoever that was that from the Southern Cross was. It must have been Mick Polly, I think. I did see Keith Logan further back, so I'm thinking that that was probably Mick in the Southern Cross McLaren. That's basically hip and shouldered for old Rob there off the start. We commence lap 2. It's still Henry leading from Jack Boyd. That's sort of splintered the field a little bit now with all that action on the opening couple of corners. Let's put these guys well and truly up the front. Big Polly 2 seconds now further back in that third spot. Then Neville Mel, Ben Singer putting a little bit of pressure on Nev early, as is Steve Barker. And it's Loshy, Darren Linus, Glenn Boyd and Keithy Logan rounding out our top 10. Kick off with lap 3 and Jack Boyd, no surprise, around about 2/10 quicker that lap as he looks for a way through on Henry. Takes the inside, holds the inside and gets the job done. Jack moves up to the front now as looks like Damo's come unstuck further back in the field. This is Lucas and oh no, Damo's just come in hot, too much curb, manages to stay out of everyone's way. Meanwhile Ben Singer's also come unstuck somewhere. Oh no, Ben's had a blink and I think that's it's caught Steve Barker out there as Henry's now back in front. It's all going down at the moment. Not sure how Henry's achieved that, but has he had a slowdown? Oh, this is wow. Not sure what's going on here. Looks like everything's gone a little bit crazy tonight. Yeah, gee, I think Damo's doing a lot of work on the helping out the league, so I think that might just be affecting his racing, as it looks like. Okay, now I understand. So the problem that Jack has is that extra weight is definitely slowing down the Aston, and Henry's been able to get past him on the straight. We're back live now and Jack is back in front. Let's see if he can build enough of a gap, or is that Aston just slow in a straight line? Sure Jack will find a way around it. So we're just about to tick over 1/3 race distance. See who's pitted so far. Steve Barker, Moz, Ben Singer have all pitted. Obviously Rob McGrath pitted on the back of that incident at the start of the race. Jack becomes a bit of a sitting duck through some of these faster corners. He really can't afford to hang around with that extra weight down the straights. It is making for some interesting racing, I must say. I'm not sure Jack's enjoying it, but then we all know Jack loves a challenge, so I'm sure he will adapt. Meanwhile, Sloshy's still back in that 5th spot, followed by Darren Linus having another good night. Then Glenn Boyd's up 5 spots. So Darren, Glenn, Keithy Logan all up 5. Matt Tesorio's up 8. And Connors has jumped up 6. Yeah, gee, with Damo, he's doing a lot of race directing and sorting out stuff on race night. So he sort of sacrifices his own racing to give me a hand. As you know, you can't be in 2 places at once. So Damo and Loshy have taken on that role, and we know that whenever you're trying to organise stuff and race, it can be a little bit difficult. But yeah, Daz, as you say, Daz is having another great night. Darren Linus in 6th at the moment. Chasing down Loshy and got Boyd hunting him down, so got some pretty potent competition either side of him at this stage. Just in the background there we can see Ant Connors in the Beamer. He's up 6 spots so far. Shannon Curry up 9 spots. Really good start to the night for Shannon. As we head back up the front. Oh, and it looks like what's happened to Henry? What has Henry done? Has Henry pitted? Or did Henry get a slowdown? I'm not sure. Whatever. Oh, Henry's back now. He's dropped to 3rd. It's fallen into the clutches of Neville, who's looking to try and get the move done. Oh, these boys are playing for keeps. They head down to the chicane. Neville's still there. Henry's got to give him room. You can't get through here 2 by 2. Henry backs out of that. So this has given Jack a bit of a break now, as you see up ahead, Mick Polly's now jumped up into 2nd. To be so careful on that curb, on that exit. Very easy to get the back end light and tending to lose grip. As Neville runs it wide on the exit. Henry unable to take advantage of that, was just a little bit too far back. Mick Polly's now jumped into the lane. Looks like Loshy's done the same. It's, oh, who's that? That's a Henry. What's happened to Henry? Go back and see what transpired there. I think Henry was all on his own, so. Oh yeah, he's got a lot of that first curb, which, as you can see, it lifts the wheels off the ground. Makes it very hard to get the car to turn for the second part of that chicane. No harm, no foul. I don't know whether Henry jumped into the pits there or stayed out. Meanwhile, both Mick Polly and Loshy have both pitted for fuel. Jack Boyd still leads us. Matt Tesorio now is up 13 spots into that fifth at this stage. Hasn't pitted yet. We pick up on Loshi. And about 4.5 seconds behind Mick. So Mick is the first one. Mick Polly's the first one to have pitted. But as I say that, our front four guys are now all in the pit. Which is going to make it interesting. Jack Boyd is out. Back out on track. As is Neville Mell now into second. Mick Polly has lost that spot to Nev, but not by much. Loshy's still around about 4.5 seconds further back now. Darren Linus is up into fifth. Jump on board with Mick. We're on lap 10 now of 15. Everyone is now pitted, so it's straight out drag to the end. Oh, Mick one's a little bit wide. So it looks like the biggest problem, just having a look to see where the Henry's in a battle with Lucas Baker at the moment. Let's go and find Henry. That looks like that position's chopping and changing. Henry's currently down 10 spots in 11th. You won't be happy with that. Got an opportunity to grab a couple more spots before the checkered flag though. So we keep an eye on the weather. That temp's hardly moved. Henry takes a lot of inside curve. Trying to get the power down that little bit quicker. See further up. Mick is still hassling Neville for that second spot. Henry made a lot of time up there through those through that chicane. Might look to try and get the move done. They head up to this next right-hander. It's a hard braking corner. Lucas is meanwhile trying to find a way past Matt Sorio, which makes it even more difficult for Henry. So on lap 12, not a lot of time left for Henry to get this done if he's going to get that move made. Meanwhile, up ahead, this is Glenn Boyd hassling Darren Linus for that 5th and 6th spot. Glenn's got a bit of a run. Very hard to get a move done through this chicane. All the cars are so evenly matched, it's difficult. You've basically got to be fairly late on the brakes to get a move done. So Darren runs it a little bit wide. Compromises through this section of corners, which has given Glenn a run now. Glenn will take full advantage of that. It's a bit of a drag race. So Glenn gets the job done. Nice move. As you can see, you just can't afford to be offline through some of these complex corners. It costs you so much time if you do. Meanwhile, Henry Fenson is still trying to find a way through on both Lucas and Matt. Oh, what's happened there? No, I think it might have just been a bit of a glitch on the... somebody may have blinked. We're on lap 14. There's only 2 laps to go. Meanwhile, up front, Jack's managed to open that gap up to just over 2 seconds now. Mick Polly, oh, Henry got a lot of curve. A lot of curve. You can see the McLaren get well and truly out of shape. That's not the quickest way through that section of track. He's dropped off the back of these boys now as we go back and find Jack Boyd just about to start his final lap. He sets the fastest lap of the race that time around on 1:14.3. It's over a second quicker than Neville in second place. About 6/10 quicker than Mick Polly in holding down that third. Boshy's still in fourth, then it's Glenn Boyd, Darren Linus. Steve Barker now has got past Darren Linus for that sixth spot, and that's Moz Moroz in eighth, and Matt Tesorio currently in ninth. Lucas Baker still managing to hold on to that 10th, just ahead of Henry. Jack has found his groove now. Another pretty masterful drive from young Jack. Doesn't seem to matter what we do. He crosses the line and takes yet another win. It'll be Neville Melholm in second over Mick Polly. Boshy should be home next at fourth spot, just ahead of Glenn Boyd, Steve Barker, Darren Linus, Oz Moroz. At Henry Fenson, time in the 11th spot. Bit of shuffling going on further back. Damien Seeger comes home in 13th. Iffy Logan 14th. Campbell Hutton in 15th. Then Ray Harrison. Shannon Curry. Nick Clydesdale. Tony S. And then Phil Paradiso should complete the field for race 1. If we can get a grid up for race 2 very quickly. So it will be Jack Boyd off of pole, Neville Mell out of 2, then Mick Polly, Wayne Losh, Glenn Boyd, Stephen Barker, Darren Linus, Moz Moroz, Matt Tesorio, Lucas Baker, Henry Fenson, Ben Singer. Over the page, Damien Seeger, Keith Logan, Campbell Hutton, Ray Harrison, Shannon Curry, Nick Clydesdale, Tony S, Phil Paradiso, Glenn Hill, Rob McGrath, and Ant Connors, who is having some technical issues, some of his equipment tonight. So that's why Ant's struggling a little bit. He's having issues with his brakes. apparently. So never easy to race one of these things with no brakes. So let's wait for the rest of the field to grid up. Lights are on now. We're off and racing. Oh, slow away was Mick Polly. Looked like he might have got a little bit swamped there off the line. So Jack jumps to the lead. Glenn Hill, meanwhile, is leaving pit lane now. So Jack Boyd currently leading from Neville Mel. Loshy's jumped up into that third spot. Said Mick Polly was very slow away, which is it's only cost him one spot so far, but it was a very, very slow start away for Mick in the McLaren. Glenn Boyd maintains that fifth spot. Mosmeroz is up 2 into 6 at the moment. Darren Linus holds his 7th starting position, as Steve Barker is the loser. He's dropped down a couple of spots. So yet again we can see the field is pretty tightly bunched. Jack sets the quickest time on that opening lap. Oh, we got crashes further back in the pack. Ray Harrison, what's happened to Ray? Oh, he's just got the grass. Can he hold on to it? Oh no, no! Shannon and Rob, innocent parties there. Ray's obviously taken a shortcut, and that's not the best way to make that chicane. Meanwhile, back up the front, Neville's starting to put a little bit of pressure on. Riding on board with Nev. See Loshy and Mick Polly in the background, squabbling over that third position. And while Glenn Hill is back into the pits again. With Loshy as Mick looks to try and get a run. Oh, I think Loshy's going to give him room. Very hard to get through that part of the track, as I said, too wide. I think Loshy's decided that easier to try and finish the race, as he puts pressure on Mick again now. Gets to the inside for this corner, but I think he's actually managed to make this work. He'll have a inside run for this corner. Oh, Mick's tried the crisscross. Oh, she manages to hold on again. Wow. There's some crazy racing right through the whole pack as they're coming up on the back of Ray Harrison, who we saw make that early pit stop. Ray's going to get out the way and let them all through. I think Moz is using Ray as a bit of a block on Glenn Boyd so he can get through, as again they're side by side into this chicane. Oh, there's cars everywhere. This is what you call chaos for race 2. Looks like Mick's managed to get a slight break this time around on Loshi. So we go back and find Steve Barker hassling the back of Oz. Oz was a little bit wide through that corner. Oh, the big Merc has definitely got a little bit of an advantage in a straight line. Oh, Steve's done the blink. Hopefully that doesn't oh, he's back again. I know Steve was having internet issues as he just ducks into the pits now. This is a crazy hectic race too, that's for sure. We pick up on Matt Tesorio and Rob McGrath having a really good battle. Damo just tucked in behind him. We've got Ethy Logan in the pits. Bill Paradiso's in the pits. Steve Barker, I think that should be the pits. Too many Bakers and Barkers. It's very difficult. Might start using nicknames, I think. We jump on board with Matt Sawyer, following Rob McGrath at the moment. Rob's making his way back through the field. He's up 12 spots so far in race 2 after that unfortunate incident in race 1. Love the sound of this big Merc. Damo now gets a bit of a run on the back of Matt. Merc just has the little bit of leg speed, so it would seem. So we're about half race distance now for race 2. Neville Mel, meanwhile, up the front is still hassling Jack. As Damo now got the blinks. A lot of people having internet issues tonight. So we pick back up on our front 2. Boys are still yet to pit for this race. And about a 2.5 second gap back to Mick Polly now, still holding down that 3rd spot at this stage. was around about lap 9 the boys pitted. Seems though we've lost a couple. They won't need to pit this time around because we've lost a couple of laps courtesy of iRacing. It's interesting. We originally were supposed to have 3 15-lap races. Now we've only got 1 15-lap race and 2 10-lap races. So the boys will not need to pit. Oh, that's interesting. I have no idea what iRacing has done to us, but I'm just looking at the schedule, and indeed the feature race is only going to be a 10-lap race as well. So that's a bit disappointing. As they start the last race. Of course, they did only have around about 10 and a half laps of fuel, so this is going to mean a bit of fuel saving even for a 10-lap race. Tony S has jumped into the pits. Obviously couldn't make that last lap. There'll be a few boys on a wing and a prayer hoping they can make it home. Obviously a little bit of fuel saving throughout the race go a long way. Loshy now has jumped up into that 3rd spot ahead of Mick Polly. I think Mick is in a bit of fuel saving mode. As Jack makes it 2 from 2, Neville will come home in that 2nd spot, and it will be Loshy to cross the line just ahead of Mick Polly. I think a few boys had to do a bit of fuel saving there, which wasn't the intention, but nevertheless, it certainly mixed things up a little bit, didn't it? So I can hear the boys comment in the background about fuel, catching a few of them out. The rest of the field now crosses the line. And yes, after that last lap pit stop, it's gets home ahead of Phil Paradiso, the last of our runners to cross the line. Phil crosses now. Get some official results up very shortly. In the meantime, the boys have got a bit of a 5-minute warm-up before the last race. So, that in mind, take a short break. Alright guys, welcome back. Warm up is finished. The boys are about to grid up. There's some talk of some rain, but it doesn't look, looking at the sky, it certainly doesn't look like rain. So we quickly bring up a grid for our last race. It'll be Jack Boyd, Neville Mel, Loshy, Mick Polly, Henry Fenson, Oz Moroz, Glenn Boyd, Ben Singer, Darren Linus, Matt Tesorio, Namo, and Stephen Barker. As we go over the page, Keithy Logan, Campbell Hutton, Lucas Baker, Nick Clydesdale, Tony S, Rob McGrath, Bill Paradiso, Ray Harrison, Shannon Curry, Glenn Hill, and Ant Connors, who, as I said earlier, is having a few technical issues tonight. So sure if he will make the grid for this last race. So the lights are on. The boys are about to get underway. Going to be lightly wet, they're saying, as Jack sort of spun the wheels up a little bit there off the line. Oh, it is wet. The track is wet. There you go. It has rained. This is going to this is certainly going to make it interesting. Oh, as Phil Paradiso goes around. Not sure if Phil got a tap there, but certainly facing the wrong way as boys tiptoe their way through the wet. Wow. Well, you can see the sun is on the track, but the track is still very damp. Jump on board with Neville Mill. Look at the spray. This is where you have to be very, very careful on the throttle. Very gentle. Stay off the curbs, stay off the white lines, and do not hit the grass. Other than that, you should be fine. Sun peeking through is making it just that little bit more challenging as Nev closes right up under brakes. Very hard to pull one of these things up on a wet track as well, as they get squirrely out of that last chicane. Still Jack leading. Only a 10-lap race, but the boys are going to earn their money in this one. On board with Glenn Boyd. Got Henry trying to find a way through. Like I said, if you go offline, you could be in all sorts of trouble. So gentle on the throttle. Looks like we've got the first one of our crashes. Rob McGrath, I don't know what's happened to Rob. Oh, he's just got on the gas a little bit too hard. No damage. And he's still following Glenn at this stage. Looking at the lap times, as Neville sets the quickest lap time so far for race 3. Boys probably won't need to fuel save. Like I said, it will be a tough, challenging 10 laps. These conditions. And still trying to fend Henry. It looks like Henry's found a way through. I'll go back and find Keithy, Logan and Damo battling it out in the McLarens. Jump on board with Keithy. As he looks like he's got a run. I think Damo has conceded that one. He has. So let Keithy take that position. So we got to be so careful through this part of the track. Well, it looks like Ant's made it out for this final race. He's jumped up 8 spots so far. Got Tony S in behind him there. So we're looking to get onto the back of Steve Barker just ahead. And while Oz is up 2 spots into that, now into that 4th spot. Put some pressure on Loshi. Jump on board with Moz. You see the spray. Moz needs new wiper blades, by the way. Moz. Need to get those wiper blades. Oh, Loshi's cut that. That's going to be a slowdown. Can he hold Moz off while he tries to wipe out the slowdown? I don't think. Oh, Moz thought about it. These boys are in Discord, so actually, you know what? Just for a bit of a giggle, I'm going to jump into the Discord and see how the boys are liking the conditions. Oh,
there's that sound.
Just as we join, Moz, who we were riding on board with, has thrown it down the track.
Yeah, no good, no good.
So we were contemplating whether or not you were going to be game enough to shove it up inside of Loshi, but
I was, but I wanted to do it without killing Loshi. Instead, I killed myself. That's all good. I got a bit of a fight on my hands now.
I can see that. You've fallen back into the clutches of Darren and Lucas Baker, Keithy Logan.
I don't know if they're saving fuel though, Greg, because they are going way too hard. I've still got to save a litre and I let them overtake me, so
yeah,
I reckon they're going to be all pitting. Yep.
Well, looking at the lap times, I think like Neville's going hard out the front to try and stay with Jack, so I don't know whether he's going to have enough fuel. Oz looks to get inside of Matt Tesorio. Gets that move done safely. Got a few boys in the pits. Looks like Ray Harrison and Nick Clydesdale have both jumped into the pits. I'm not sure if that's fuel. That's an angry pack of cars behind you, Moz. Don't make a mistake, you're going to get eaten.
Yeah, sure.
I'm on half fuel right now, so.
And we're on lap 6.
These boys in front of me, yeah, these boys in front of me have not saved, I can say now. That's Boydie, Baker, Linus, Teriso.
I think the problem that a lot of these boys have, though, Damo, is that they're in a battle with another car, so fuel saving sort of tends to get thrown out the window a bit. As
yeah.
Henry closes right up on the back of Loshi for that 3rd spot. Better hope that some of these crew chiefs are earning their money tonight. It's looks like Nick Clydesdale is our latest victim. That was a very low speed crash. I'm not sure what's happened to Nick. No, he's managed to spin that at about 3 mile an hour. So we're back live.
Takes a certain skill to do that.
It does. Henry's getting very excited. Ranges up on the back of Loshi. Oh, you can see the elbows already starting to come out the windows of the Porsche up front. Oh, bit of grass. It's giving Henry a bit of a run.
Oh man, I can't see a thing.
She concedes that spot. However, we are not certain about fuel at this stage. Still 3 laps to run. Glenn Boyd puts in the quickest lap that time around, a 1:23.7, quickly eclipsed by Mick Polly with a 1:24.1. Osmarosa 1:23.3. Oz obviously has a jerry can in the back.
No, I'm in the red. I don't have enough fuel to finish right now.
You're just going for it.
Yeah.
Go back and find Damo, who now up onto the back of Lucas Baker and Matt Tesoro.
Yeah, I think they're starting to realise that they need fuel. And I still can't catch them. Oh, I just can't say a thing, man.
Moz, you need new windscreen wipers too.
Right.
Because your windscreen's all smeary on the broadcast.
Copy. Talk to my crew. Get one of them, jump on when I go past the straight.
Copy. And that's a lot of spray. Mind you, Shannon Curry and Rob... Oh, that's why Rob McGrath had such a unlucky run this time around. He was actually on dry tyres. Shannon Curry is actually on dry tyres at this stage. And still circulating.
Nice.
What position is he in?
He is currently up 3 spots in 18th. Well, there's a lot of points on offer here, Damo. Hope your crew chief is telling you.
Oh, he is, but I just can't see him to make a pass.
But don't worry about that.
Okay, copy.
So
Okay.
overrated.
I was going to say, I don't reckon it's stopped many of the people in this league before, so let's stop you now, Damo.
Oh, no.
Oh, my
no.
I've done it. You guys gave me too much courage.
We might have actually been live then too.
Oh, look, I just can't see, man.
We're back up the front with Jack. Neville hasn't given it away completely as Jack's about to start the last lap. Well, we thought that the 10 kilos Aston may have made a difference, but obviously
It's
talent...
probably helping him in the wet track.
I was going to say talent seems to always rise to the top.
Bring me that crop.
And Jack has certainly got the talent. Neville's done really well in the Beamer to hold on to that second spot. Henry's grabbed that final podium spot.
Look, we need to race this track again, but with a car that can handle the bumps. Got to find out what car that is.
Tractor racing.
Skateboards.
Ford Raptor Racing. Yeah.
Skateboards. Jack makes his way down the final time. It may have only been a 10-lap feature, but man, it was packed with all sorts of unusual difficulties. Which is what we love to see. Jack makes his way out of the final corner, heads to the line, and makes it 3 from 3. Ev will grab that second spot. Should be Henry over the line next. Wait on Loshi, who makes it over now. Ben Singer. Glenn Boyd looks like he rolled over the line. There's a few boys struggling with fuel. It's like Darren Linus has just grabbed Keithy Logan on the line. Another one that might have been out of fuel. And Connors gets home in 12th, up 11 spots. So it looks like a few boys are running out of fuel again. Tony S has just dropped a couple of spots. He's just rolled it over the line. We're just waiting on of our boys to finish. Barney keeps waving the checkered flag. Shannon Curry, he did that entire race on dry tyres. It's Phil Paradiso, home in 19th, and Ray Harrison closes out the field for race 3. Just some official results up. There you have it. Jack Boyd home first. About a 1.5 second win over Neville Melwood second. Then Henry Fenson, Loshi, good solid drive home in 4th. Then Ben Singer, Glenn Boyd, Michael Polly, Moz Moroz, Darren Linus, Keithy Logan rounds out our top 10. Followed home by Matt Tesorio, Ant Connors, Lucas Baker, Stephen Barker, Tony S., Damo home in 16th, then Shannon Curry, Phil Paradiso, and as we flip the page, Ray Harrison, Campbell Hutton home in 20th, and then Nick Clydesdale, Rob McGrath, and Glenn Hill several laps down. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That wraps up round 5 of our GT4 Rumble for a Monday night. We shall be back again next week when the challenge will be Canadian Motorsport Park. Until next Monday night at 7 p.m. Adelaide time. Stay safe, and we'll catch you all again next week. Thanks, guys.
That's all right.